Hello guys, welcome back to this CSS tutorial. Abdi here again. Alright, so there is only a little bit more left in our CSS tutorial. Okay, today we're gonna dive in a little bit more like into advanced CSS. We're gonna see images, like image filters, cars, also like overlays, and also we're gonna see a little bit more like about toolpits in CSS as well. Alright, so let's start. Let's get started like with the images. We're gonna start off like with image filters. Let's create like as always here Dave. Let's give it like a class main, and then let's create an image class. Let's say AMG, just like this, and then source HTML5 .png and alt HTML5. Alt actually is not like necessary to put it there, but it's always like useful, in case because there's always a chance that something might happen. For example, let's say the user just has slow connection, okay, and then the image, for example, let's say might not be able to load, not because it's not there, it is there, but just it's going to be loaded because his connection, like his internet, is so slow. So then instead this HTML5 is going to show this one here, like in alt. Or for example, say the image was not found because it was deleted, or that your CDN where you store images was down, or something like that. Okay, so anyway, HTML5 image, for example, like this, and then here let's give it like a width and say 400 pixels, height let's say 350 pixels. Let's go also like to the here 350 pixels, or let's say 250 is good. Okay, there we go. Let's use word wrap. All right, let's go here first. Let's refresh. This is our image. All right, so then let's just use like image, just like this, and then here we're gonna say filter. See, there is a lot of options, but we're gonna start one by one, of course. Let's start with blur, for example. With blur, let's say for example 40 pixels. Okay, like this. Close it. We're gonna go refresh. Okay, see, it's blurred. Of course, I mean, I put like 40 pixels and that is too much. For example, if I put here, let's say just 5 pixels. 5 pixels, if I go back, refresh, see, it's gonna be less blurred. Of course, the less I put, the less blurred it's gonna be. The more I put, the more blurred it's gonna be. Alright, let's go refresh. See, right now it's blurred just one pixel. Let's see, what else? We can also use, let's say, brightness, for example. Let's see, filter, brightness, here we're gonna use like, let's say 150%. Okay, let's go refresh. It's gonna be the brightness is gonna be more than 100%. Let me show you actually the difference. Let's go add another image like this, and here we're gonna say image 2. Okay, and instead of here we're gonna say float left, and then margin left, let's say 10 pixels. All right, and then here dot image 2, or dot image 2. Let me see. Dot image 2. That's image 2, and then here we're gonna say filter, and then use brightness, and then say 150%. Let's go refresh. All right, this is our this is our blurred our like brightened image. This is the normal image. I'm not sure if you can see the difference here. Let me zoom in. Okay, hold on, let me zoom in. This is the blurred image, and this is the normal image. Okay, let's also let's add more. Let's say for example 250%. When we go refresh, you can see here like it is more blurred. You can even see here the color start to change. Let's see what else. Let's say 350 pixel and 50%. See, it becomes more blurred and more and more and more. We can also use contrast. Hold on, where is no? Hold on, filter and contrast. And with contrast, let's say let's say 200%, for example. This time we're gonna go refresh. See, this is the contrast. See, it's like the opposite of the brightness. Let's see, let's say 300. See, it became like more. You can even see here like the color difference. This is the normal image, and this is the image with the contrast. We can also use what else? Let's say grayscale. How much? Let's say 100%. Let's close it first. Let's go refresh. All right, this is grayscale. Let's also, for example, let's say 80%. There we go. See? What else? Let's remove grayscale. Let's say like here, rotate. And how much? Let's say 180, like DG. Let's go refresh. There we go. You can see here how the color changed. All right, let's change more. And DG means like degrees, okay, or angle degrees. Let's change it here. Let's put 240. See, there we go. You can see here like the color change. You can see here the color is the color here is orange. You can see here the color here is like light purple. All right, and also you can see here the color, like the background, it's become green instead of blue here. Let's see what else. We can also say like invert. Let's say 100%. All right, this is the invert. Okay, it's inverted like the colors. Let's see what else. You can see here that it enclosed like the tag, but it still works. That's just because there is no like CSS under here. But if I lift this one like not closed here, it's gonna create like problems for us here. So anyway, we can also use like opacity. We already saw like the opacity like before. Let's say 60%. Okay, and let's close it this time. Let's say 60%. Let's go back, refresh. All right, this is the opacity. Remember also we saw like the opacity like in CSS, just like this, like opacity, and then like there is from 0, like 0.0 till 1.0, like this. Or you can just say like 1, like this. No, hold on. How about the 1.0? My bad. Hold on, it's not working. We can also use, remember, like on like our previous lessons, we use like opacity, just like this. See, opacity is like from 0, 0.0 like till 1. Okay, the 1 is going to be like very clear. Like otherwise, like the lower you go, the less clear it becomes. It's like it's not blurred, but you know, it's like the opacity changes. Let me show you like 0. Let's say for example 0.1. Right now, if we go like refresh, you can see here you can barely see the image. Okay, for example, if I go back and say 1, for example, or like 1.0, then the image, see, it's gonna go back to normal. Okay, so the less I go, the less clear it is. For example, if I say 0.5 or for example 0.6 or anything, see, it becomes like less clear. All right, but that's just, you know, like I guess a great feature. Anyway, let's go here. What else? Let's say saturate, for example, like this. And how much? Let's say 7 or 8. All right, there we go. If we say here, for example, let's say 10. There we go. So it becomes like more and more like deeper and deeper again. These, you know, they are not like often used. Probably like it's blur and brightness and contrast might be like the ones that are used like I guess more often. But like these others, you know, they are just like I guess nice to know. All right, let's see. There is also a few others. There is sepia like this, and let's say 100%, and let's go refresh. All right, this is our image. What else? What else there is? Let me see. There's also like drop shadow, for example, and we're gonna say like the sides again. Remember? Let's say 10 pixels, 10 pixels, and 12 pixels, and let's say red. Let's go up. You can see here it dropped the shadow. There is also like this, you know, we used like before, you know, like just shadow, okay, and then you like put your parameters like where you want the shadow to be dropped. All right, so or for example like box shadow. Let's see what else. We can also, for example, let's make this one, for example, let's say gray. Hold on, gray like this, or gray, and refresh, see the color, see it becomes like gray. All right, so that's it for like our image filters. Okay, we can also, for example, you can see here we have like images. We can also use this as let's take this one here. Let's go down here and we're gonna say dev class. Like right now we're gonna see like image cards. Okay, div class, and then here we're gonna say my dev like this, and then close our div here. Another div class, and say my sec div like this, like my second div. All right, there we go. For example, if we go down here and then here we're gonna say let's say for example p, okay, and here we're gonna say just say hello there like this. Hold on, the image hold on, I forgot to close the div here. Alright, let's go back, refresh. Alright, this is our image. Let's see. Let's remove this one here, like float left for the image. Alright, let's see right now. There we go. For example, if we want to, let's even remove this div till we need it and then we use it again. Alright, there we go. Right now, for example, let's say if you want this text right here to be like, for example, because right here you can see this text doesn't mean that it's for this image, okay, just a text in there, but we can make it look like you know that, for example, say it's the title, or it's, let's say, a description or something like this, you know, for, you know, it's connected to the image. Okay, let's see, let's also add here, for example, another div like this, and then say class, and then here we're gonna say say my text, for example, close, take this one here, put it down here. All right, right now we're gonna, let's remove this one here. Let's see, then we're gonna take like main, and then we're gonna say want some margin, 120, let's say 125 pixels, 125 pixels, and we want like text align like to be center. Okay, then let's see. All right, this is our text. Let's all right, right now we can, for example, say my dev like this, and then let's say with 80%, and let's give it like a background color, and let's say white, and hold on, background color white. What else? Because when the background color, you know, so the like later, because here we said 80%, so it means there's gonna be 20% left here for, okay, like later, like on the bottom. And then we like the background color, even though like, because you might think, why do we need the background color? Because the page is already white. All right, so we need the background color, because then this one is gonna be like on that part that's left, okay, like on this 20%, okay, here for example in this background color, like it's also gonna cover the 20% that's gonna be here. And then later we're gonna use like the border, for example, to make sure that the image here, see, it covers, I mean like the border covers here, because otherwise then the border is gonna cover just like here without this place, and then this one is still gonna be outside, so then there's not gonna be point of what we're doing anyway right now. All right, anyway, let's say here like margin bottom here, we're gonna say let's say 15 or let's say 20 pixels. Okay, right now it leaves the margin here on the bottom for this, hold on, it leaves the margin here right now for this text. See, right now it left the margin here 20 pixels. Let's see what else. We're also gonna say like box shadow, for example. Let's say 0. What else? Let's say 0, for example, 5 pixels, 5 pixels, or let's say 10 pixels. 10 pixels and then 0, and then let's make it gray again, like this. Let's go refresh one more time. All right, it doesn't appear yet. Hold on, no, here actually doesn't appear because of this. All right, there we go. Let me remove the width here and the height. Let's go back up. All right, there we go. Let's see. Okay, let's go down here. Then we're gonna say we're gonna use like an outline offset, and we're gonna say 8 pixels, like this. Right now we're gonna go down here, and then we're gonna say dot my text, and then let's leave like padding, and then padding we're gonna say 5 pixels. Hold on. Yeah, padding 5 pixels. And we also want like the color of the text. Let's say, actually the color of the text is already black, so we don't actually need like the color here. Hold on. Yeah, hold on, I removed this one here by accident. All right, there we go. Here we're gonna say, let's say width, and then we're gonna say 100%. My bad, I'm using like in CSS, 100%. All right, there we go. Let's go back up, refresh. Okay, great. Right now you can see here the text become like inside the image. Okay, you see here like the 20% that's left, that the image left, you can see here it became like a place, like a space for our text here. Let's see what else. We can also, for example, like change the card. For example, let's say this text here, instead of appearing here, it can appear, for example, say as an overlay. For example, when we hover like over the image like this, then the image is gonna become like the text is gonna appear. Okay, like there, for example, can make it like appear from sides, just appear like just like that. All right, let me show you. Let's go. Yeah, let's go here, and then we're gonna say we're gonna add like position, and then we're gonna say position want to be relative, and also the width, let's say 50%. The width, hold on, 50%. All right, there we go. Here, then we're gonna say just image. We're gonna say image display. You want to be displayed like block, and then here we're gonna say width 100%. Let's remove the width we have here. All right, let's go back like this. What else? Then height. Let's make the height just auto. Okay, so it will be adjusted like automatically. And here, let's put this one like a little down, and let's copy our text because we want to modify the text first. Then, okay, in the text here, let's see. I want the position to be absolute. And what else? The position absolute. How close I want it to be to the bottom. Right now, let's start first, like let's start with right. Okay, for example, let's say the bottom 0, like we want it to come from the right. Left, we're also gonna say 0. What else? And then right 0. Let's say background color. What else? Let's say brown. Okay, let's say brown. And then color, let's say white. What else? And then we're gonna say overflow, hidden, and let's say width. Right now, and those to be 0, like before the transition, and then the height 100%. All right, and then transition. Transition, let's say 0.5. 0.5 seconds is in like this. Let's see. Let's say here let's say my dev, and then hover. Didn't want to show like my text. All right, then here let's remove this one, and then we're gonna say width 100%, because here we said we want the width to be 0%. So we want the width to go back to 100%, like when we hover over our element, like this. See, right now it's coming from the right. Let's see what else. We can actually also like make it like more, for example, let's say like more beautiful, you know, like let's go down here. We can also say what else? Let's just say, for example, like for the text, okay, just like this. For the text, and then I'm gonna say like white space, like this, like no wrap. What else? Let's change like the font size also. And the font size, let's make it like X large, like this. And then we're gonna say here, like position again. Let's make it absolute because it's already absolute in there. Let's refresh. Alright, see, the text right now is not moving. Let's go, and then we're gonna say overflow again. Overflow, hidden one more time. And then let's say left, or let's say top first. Let's say top, and then top, let's say 50%. Okay, and then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna say left. I want the left to be 50%, then transform. Let's see, transform, translate, hold on. We're gonna get like to transform later, I guess, on the next lesson, obviously, like before we end this course. Let's say minus 50%, and then, hold on, 50%. All right, then we're gonna say here, like image translate, like for example, for you know, like for edge, or let's just not use it, for example. Okay, let's just use this transform. Then we're gonna go down here. All right, this is our text right now, even though like see it's not really much. Anyway, let's see, for example, let's make it like from the bottom, okay, because you saw like before we added any of this, like the default side, it's you can see here, like it's going to the right. Let's make it, for example, go let's say bottom, okay. What else? Hold on, let's go here, and then we're gonna say let's first go here, like to the width, and then we're gonna say 100%, and then height we're gonna say, hold on, 0%. The width here we're also gonna change it like to height, and then we're gonna go here, we're gonna just leave it like that. Let's go back up, refresh. You can see here right now it's starting from the bottom and then going up, okay. Let's see what else. We can also make it like for example, instead of going right, we can make it like go left. Let's see, we're gonna go here, and then instead of height again, we're gonna change it to width, and down here we're gonna say left 0 like this, and also here again 0%, and here 100%. And we also need like to add here like left, and here we're gonna say 100%. 100%. Hold on. All right, there we go. Let's go back, refresh right now. All right, see, so like right now it's coming from the right, and so on. You know, we can also make it, for example, let's say instead of coming like from the bottom, like it's gonna, you know, like come like let's say for example from the top. Let's change this one back to 0, and here we're gonna say 100%. Hold on, 100%. And what else? And in here, hold on, the width also 100%. Again, the height 0%. In here, bottom, let's say just 0 without percent. In here, height 100%. All right, there we go. Let's go back up, refresh. All right, right now you can see it's going down instead of up. We can also make it, for example, just appear, you know, like without the top, left, or anything. Okay, so for example, we can say here, let's say 0, and hold on, let's go here, and we're gonna say top. Okay, top 0 like this. Because we don't want it like to come from the top, from the left, from the right, or anything. We want it like just to appear. Okay, and then we're gonna go to height 100% also. Yeah, 100%, and then we're gonna go to hover, and let's remove this one here, and let's add like opacity, for example, and say how much? Let's say 0.5. Where is color? We put color somewhere. Let's remove the color here. Let's go back, refresh. See, this is our like our picture. Let's see what else. What else? We can hold on. Let's add here because, for example, because we want the image like this to happen to the image, not like to our overlay. So we add here like opacity. Opacity want to be 0. Then let's go here, refresh. See? All right, there we go. In here, like opacity, let's add like more. Let's say 9, for example. And then we're gonna go back, refresh. All right, there we go. You see right now it appears in here, and so on. You know, we can do a lot of things with the card, and also like with overlays, and not just like for images, obviously, also like for boxes, for, you know, elements in general. Let's see what else. Okay, right now let's go like, for example, to the toolpit, and let's just remove this one here. Okay, and just like this, and here to just say let's say for example, what am I? Okay, like this, and then here you're gonna say let's say an element, like this, an element. All right, let's go back here, let's remove all the text, I mean everything we have in here, and then let's see, let me hold on, give me 1 second. Change this one like to span, because with P it's not really gonna work well. Okay, span here. Let's also give it a class. Let's say class, and then let's say my text, for example. Let's remove this one here. Let's remove this one here, just like this. All right, so it's my text, like this. All right, so here we're gonna say first like my dev. Okay, and then I'm gonna say again position, relative, what else, display, inline blocks, so both will be like, these will be displayed like in one place, not like, for example, this one like on the top, this one on the bottom. Let's see here, yeah, inline block, and then we're gonna go here also, we're gonna say like the border, let's say just from the bottom, okay, just because we want to see like how our toolpit is displayed. Hold on, then we're gonna say 5 pixels, let's say dotted, for example, and then red. Okay, then font size let's say X large. Okay, that's good enough. Then let's go here. Then we're gonna say my text like this. Wait, first let me show you like how the text is gonna appear, like before we do anything. See, this is our text. So let's go down here right now. Then let's say first let's this dev here, let's say margin. Okay, for example, let's say margin to the left. We'll just say margin, just like this. Let's say 100 again, 25 pixels. All right, let's see. There we go. And then let's see. Or without text align. Okay, let's just do like this, and then we're gonna say here my, hold on, my text, and then like this, and then I'm gonna say visibility. Remember we saw visibility before, hidden, and then we're gonna say width 100, hold on, pixels, and also background color, let's say black, and what else? Let's say color white, hold on, color white, and what else? Position. I want the position to be absolute again, and we want right now text align. You see, we use it here, and then we say center like this, and then the index. You also saw what the index does. Just puts like an element behind another, for example, and then let's say top, or just leave it like this without top or left. Okay, and then here again we're gonna say my dev hover, and then my text again like this, and then I'm gonna say visibility, and then visible. Hold on. All right, let's refresh. All right, there we go. Let's see what else. We can also make like a tooltip, for example, let's say appear, let's say on the like on the top, for example, like right, left, and so on. For example, let's also say here and say like let's say border radius, and then we're gonna say how much. Let's say 5 pixels. All right, let's go back, refresh. All right, you can see here the border become 5 pixels. Hold on, let's see what else. We can also, for example, hold on, where is the font size? Let's just leave the font size like as large. All right, there we go. Let's see, let's go down here. For example, we can also add, let's say for example top, hold on, top, let's say -5 pixels, and then let's say left 105, hold on, 105%. Let's refresh. All right, you can see here, so we can move it however we like. We can also, for example, say here instead of like, we can also say like right, for example, in the like here. Let's save. Let's say here, for example, say bottom like this. Let's go back, refresh. All right, see, this is our text. Okay, it's from the right, but right now it took like 5 pixels from the bottom. Let's see what else. We can also add, for example, say like from the bottom, like from the top, for example, you know, and so on. Let's say here, for example, wait, where is the width? Let's say 100, for example, and 20 pixels. And then here, bottom, we're gonna say 100%, 100%, and left, let's say left 50%, like this. Let's go back, also like say margin left, for example, margin left, and then let's say -60 pixels. All right, so you can see here it's from the top, and you can see here we made it also look to the left however we want. We can also say, for example, you know, like from let's say for example from the bottom and so on. Let's say here top, All right, let's just leave it like this. Let's actually move this margin left. Let's refresh. All right, there we go. We can also, for example, let's put back the margin. There we go. If we also, for example, say here, and we say, let's say, for example, 5 pixels like this, and then we go and save. You can see here, see, like we can move it. Okay, the point is that we can move it however we like, wherever we want. You can also add here, for example, say a pointer or something like that. So, you know, there is a lot obviously like to learn, but it's just like an idea of how like to use toolbits like in CSS. All right, guys. So anyway, that's it for today. Again, if you have any questions, leave your question in the Q&A or in the comment section down below, and I'll make sure to answer whenever I can. All right. See you in the next lesson.